That's good.
That's
That's
nice.
good. That's good.
That's
That's
nice.
good. Okay. All right. So I know you've been anxious for this moment.
I have been really anxious for this
Yeah.
moment. So the Call of Duty cross-play beta was this weekend, which I didn't know was the cross-play beta. I thought it was just a PC beta, but it was actual cross-play. So there were people from PlayStation and Xbox, and they have little logos on the sides,
Right.
where you could see what everybody's playing on.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. First of all, some of my friends didn't think that was cool. They were
Why?
like, well, because they're like console gamers, and they would be like, I would never play against a PC gamer.
Why?
Well, because everyone knows this, Chau. The keyboard and mouse are way more accurate than a controller could ever be.
Sure.
It's common knowledge, and
Sure.
so but they're like, well, I would never do it. But honestly, when I was playing, I didn't feel like it was a big deal.
No, it's not.
Like the Xbox guys were still, and they have like aim assist and stuff.
Well,
because-
everybody's got aim assist. It doesn't matter. Like,
I mean, I don't have aim
What-
assist
what-
because I have a keyboard and mouse.
right? You don't need it.
But when you're on a controller, generally aim assist is auto enabled because controllers suck. I mean, that's just how it is, Like they're really good at going side to side, like strafing type stuff.
Right.
But once you want to like go up to somebody's head real quick, it's much better to have a keyboard and mouse. So to combat that, they have the.
I know you've been kind of pushing me to download it. I mean, so again, my apologies for not getting around to it this weekend.
That's all right. I only played it for a few hours.
Yeah, I totally lost track of time, and especially with everything that's going on. I don't know why. I mean, I am somewhat looking forward to it, but not so. Because remember, like before we when it first launched, I was cautiously optimistic. Should I have taken advantage of the opportunity? Sure.
Well, it's always nice to play something for free.
Yeah, you can't say no to that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then on top of that, but I still can't get it out of my head that Call of Duty is just it's a game for a bunch of 12-year-old boys.
Dude, not
with,
anymore.
With who got raging.
No.
Okay, so
It's
it's a bunch of grown-up 12-year-old boys.
No.
With raging issues, and
they have this mode. They have this mode called realism mode. Okay. And don't roll your eyes at that. Okay, listen for a second. Did you ever play Rainbow Six Siege?
yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that, except there's no HUD, and it's a little bit more Call of Duty than that. It's a little bit more fast paced than that.
Okay, so let me stop you for there just a minute. Realism. Okay, we're just gonna take off the HUD and we'll just call it realism. Is that the concept?
No. Yes and no. Okay. Yes, a little bit. But I mean,
Is it still the fast paced, like
it's-
switch and lock and load kind of deal?
Dude,
You're running gun.
it's scary because it's like I think it's like 3v3 or 6 versus 6, something like that. I forgot what it was. I think it's 6 versus 6. And you have no idea where anybody's going
Is
to
the
be.
pacing of the game still the same? Just nod your head.
Of
Yes.
what?
Of realism.
As like the regular game?
Yeah.
No, it's way slower.
Okay.
It's way slower because everybody's cautious and there's less players.
Is like the mechanics. Did the mechanics of the game slow down?
No.
Okay, so it's still the same pace technically.
The mechanics are the same pace, but the gameplay isn't.
Okay. 'Cause the
Everybody's
game-
taking it a lot slower.
Okay.
And I think you die quicker and shit.
What's like a one-shot kill? I mean, if realism.
Yeah,
is
if we're going on
like-
realism,
you
right?
know, it's-
Right.
you know,
But
you
people
get
have
hit.
body armor and
But
stuff.
technically, if you,
right?
technically, if you got shot in the leg, you're still alive. So maybe not so real.
I don't know.
I mean, that could
Don't
be
read
like
a little too
I
into
would.
it.
I'll
You're
probably
reading
like.
too
I mean,
much
if I
into
wanted
it.
that, I mean, I might as well. Let's just call it laser tag.
Dude, it's a blast. That was actually Madison's favorite mode because the normal, like we tried playing Team Deathmatch at first, just like a regular mode, and then we went to that mode, and it just slowed everything down for her because she was just so overwhelmed with Team Deathmatch because it kind of was an old school Call of Duty feel,
Right.
the way you talk about little 12-year-olds running around,
Right.
It kind of was that.
Modern
but once you went to
Warfare 2.
realism mode, what about Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, it was like Modern Warfare 2, like like as far as like screaming kids.
Yeah, a little bit,
Screaming kids with daddy issues.
But even in like things like Team Deathmatch, you can still play it way more tactically than you ever could of Call of Duty. I mean, you can like the door mechanics. Like you can like crack open a door, and like as you inch forward, the door like moves open and stuff, and you can be all tactical with it. And I had mine set. There's this new thing called like a mounting system. So basically, it was just like on any edge or corner or ledge or anything, you can mount to it. And so it's like if there's like a corner, you just go up to it and hit the mount button, and you'll like mount to it and go around it like this, and then you're sort of attached to it as you're like looking around like that.
Okay.
And I had mine auto mount every time I looked down the sights when I was at one of those places, and that was really fucking awesome, bro.
Okay.
That was so cool.
So, and you're telling me it's a 3v3 or is it a
Well, this was
4v4?
a regular. I'm talking even regular.
What's a regular match?
20.
20?
something like that.
How big are the maps?
They're decent size. And they're definitely they're more vertical.
Okay,
than
so
the most of Call of Duty stuff. You can like climb on boxes and climb through windows and do you can crouch under stuff and crawl to get into buildings,
right,
and stuff like that.
Because I was watching a lot of the videos for the past few days because I knew like the time constraint that I had just to get around to checking it out. It just, the impressions that I was getting, I was like, okay, so it's just another copy and paste.
I would not say that at all. I would say it's a reinvention.
Reinvention.
I would totally say that. Yeah.
This
is Call of Duty 2.0, son. I'm telling you, you just gotta play it. And I only played this a few times because Masson didn't like it, but excuse me. There's this mode called Ground War.
Okay.
And it's like the Battlefield mode basically. I know.
You're treading on thin ice, buddy.
It's like a smaller. It's smaller than normal Battlefield.
Is there like where they drop a tank in the middle of it?
No, like think of it just like Battlefield, where you start off with tanks and helicopters and all that kind of stuff. Each side has them, but there's only like one helicopter per team. There's only like one tank per team.
So not like Battlefield.
It's smaller than Battlefield, but it's the same exact concept, and it's a ton of fun.
For the record, I'm going to go ahead and fully disclose this. I am a Battlefield fanboy, and minus Battlefield 5, but we all know how that turned out.
Yeah, well, see, this is why I think you'll like it though, because right now we don't have anything like we would like Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4.
Well, I mean, Call of Duty's always been branded, and the gameplay, in all fairness, has such always positioned the game as like a run and gun, not really being tactical. It's not known for that. It's very. I don't want to say arcadey. Well, maybe arcadey.
It's a little arcadey, yeah.
And to where you do the 360 no scoping kill shots. And,
this is a lot less of that.
The kill streaks are still there, which
streaks are still there.
Again, I don't mind the kill streak, but let's be frank.
I usually don't have that problem.
What?
It fell. Anyway. Sorry, continue.
Hey, there's a first time for everything, I guess, huh?
Anyway.
You started blushing there for a little bit, didn't you?
Anyway.
Do you want to check if it's still working?
Nope. I don't want to touch it right now.
Yeah. But anyways, like if I wanted to be an attack helicopter, at least I could actually jump into one. Or if I wanted to be in a tank, I could jump into one. Or if I wanted to be in a tank with another buddy of mine, at least I know that he's in a tank and I'm in a tank, and it's like everybody's happy. Or there's 4 of us, or 5 or 6, depending on how many tanks. Shit, there's a map on Battlefield 4 where there's like a total, I think, 12 tanks.
Yeah. So, see, some of the.
Then you get 60 people
Some of Battlefield 4 got a little too big for me. Like when you saw all the helicopters taking off and all the tanks,
I know,
like
so
right
epic.
when it started, and you see all these anti-air missiles coming in, like 10 seconds into the game, I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
That's why it's called Battlefield.
It's just chaos everywhere.
Isn't Battlefield chaos? Not camping in the backside. I mean, like at least in the game, you can only camp for so long before somebody blows a hole through that wall.
Yeah. I didn't see much destruction in this game. You could like blow off the walls and stuff, or not the walls, the doors.
But as far as like the walls of the housing,
the walls don't really. Some cars blow up.
Ooh.
Yeah, but other than that, no, you're right. Battlefield definitely has way more destruction. Absolutely way more.
Unfortunately for Battlefield, they've been kind of reducing the amount of destruction because of their argument is like, oh, we want to make sure that the playing field is even. Like that's a cop out.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
but I can kind of see it. I mean, if halfway through the match, if your entire level is destroyed,
some players were like, "Man, you keep destroying everything." It's like, well, it's a Battlefield, fucker. That's the name. Stop crying about it. And especially when it's just a few people within the community just crying. Like seriously, of all the things you want to focus on is like reducing the amount of destruction, dude. It's a Battlefield.
Yeah,
I love chaos.
Yeah, I love destruction. Like I'm a big. The first game I ever wanted to make, I made a little prototype of it, but it was just all about destruction.
Here's okay, because I'm a big proponent for sound design and gaming. That's one of the things why I couldn't really quite get into it, because if you're accustomed to playing Battlefield, sound is always gonna be a top priority, and then graphics. Maybe graphics might, depending on who you are. I will hand it to the new title because I've been listening in on like how the gunplays play out. I wouldn't say it's quite there, but I'd say it's a massive improvement from what I'm used to hearing from Call of Duty.
Definitely a massive improvement. Yeah.
Like, so, you know, if you're checking out, like, listening to the gunplay on how they sound. Now, as far as like the variants of different weapons and how they sound, I don't know how much detail they went into it, because they said it themselves. There was like over 124 different types of weaponries to pick from, 220 some odd accessories to.
I didn't get that far.
I
had like 3 weapons.
Well, it's an open beta, so it's like you're kind of shafted.
I got to like level 8 or 9, maybe 10, and then I didn't have
What's
time
the point
to
of
play
leveling
anymore.
up if you knew it was going to close out like in a few days?
Well, just to play it, and like you couldn't unlock custom loadouts even until level 4. So I was really trying to get to level 4 just so I could actually pick my guns, you know. And then once I did, there was only like 2 guns I could pick, and I was like, you know. So you have to. It's a grind for sure.
Is it?
And then you have to unlock, you know, each, you know, site and stuff like that at a
I
time.
didn't hear anything about microtransactions.
There isn't any yet, but you know there's gonna be.
Yeah,
And that does suck, but
hopefully it'll be around for skins.
yeah.
You're nervous. You sound a little nervous.
Well, that's, you know, like leave it to these kind of game developers to ruin a perfectly good game. Like, I'm happy with this game right now.
We don't know if it's perfect yet,
Yeah, I mean, we only have a few of the maps
because you know what these assets will do.
I know.
Like, right away, like midway in, they'll like, or not even midway of like launch, they'll like do it like maybe a month after a launch. It's like, oh yeah, if you buy the full package, you'll get like a few extra maps or something like that. Well, why couldn't you include that into the game? And when you know, for $30 more, I think that's usually the standard pricing for that. I mean, they're gonna find some way to just like nickel and dime your shit.
Yeah.
Because they never announced how many levels there were in the game itself.
Did they not?
I don't think
That
so.
sucks.
Not that I recall.
It'd be nice if they had a good amount, because then, you know, Battlefield usually launches what, 10, 12, something like that.
Yeah, huge amounts. And then they said they'll break it down into like 3 maps per every launch on the DLCs plus additional weapons. I mean, but then again, like nowadays with DICE and their situation, like I don't know, it's fucking
Look what he's doing right there. See, he's mounting. You see that? It's so fucking cool. See how slow, like more paced it is. Like, this isn't like your normal Call of Duty. You could call this camping, I guess, but he's probably holding a spot. That was dope.
You really want to get back on Call of Duty?
Dude, it's such a fun game. It is such a fun game. It's a blast. It's literally
Okay.
even when
Right.
I was dying, I was having a great time. I was like, oh, that was so awesome how I just died. You know,
Did your wiener get hard?
a little bit.
Wow.
Little bit. Yeah, that did happen. Quarter chub. not quite a halvesies, but
Not a hazy, but you got a quarter chub all the way.
chub,
All right, well that's
definitely.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I really need you to play it, Chau. I'm really mad that you didn't have time. And I feel like what we need to do is we both need to buy this game, because I really want to buy it.
All right, fine.
And it looks amazing on my
You know what?
computer.
I'll buy it just for you and whatnot, and then hey, you know, and if maybe we'll do a live stream.
I would love to do that. Live stream would be great.
No, we'll
You
do.
just can't suck, Chau. So you got to practice on the computer again, because I know you're a little PC whore or PS4 whore. So
I'm proud to be a PS4 whore.
yeah, but we got to get you back in the mouse. Back in the mouse.
I'll get back into it.
I don't know, man.
I'll get back into it.
man.
I downloaded the oh fuck, I forgot the game. That
Metal Gear Solid.
not Metal Gear.
No.
I do want to play that game though.
Mega Man.
No,
No.
What was it? The from EA.
Age of Empires.
Oh my god, I'm about to punch you in the face. What was it?
Asteroids.
No,
Pong.
I lost my train of thought. God damn it! I was like,
No one knew it's probably something
it's
like
it's the one.
Tetris.
It's the one from Is that free to play? It's a battle royale. The one that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, see, you
Yes.
can't. You can't.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, you know.
Apex.
Thank
Apex
you.
Legends.
Yeah, Apex Legends.
Apex Legends. You just now downloaded that?
No, I downloaded a long time ago. I never got around to playing.
You never
it.
got? Well, it's a great game. I will say I'm a little bit burnt out on it right now.
Yeah.
We just played it pretty much every day.
Yeah, because I mean, like, there's so much going on in trying to manage my own time, and especially these games, they're adding so much new content to it. And it's hard to keep up with everybody because everybody's fine. I mean, the gaming marketing industry, it's saturating itself. Like, what I'm wondering is, like, if you're able to do that with mounting, like, could you do it? Like, what would that translate into if you were like, if they optimized it for VR?
That would be cool. You know, there was like 2 times when I was playing, I was like, God, I wish I was in VR right now.
Oh, didn't they like aren't they releasing the like night vision goggles like for like some special edition package or
I
something?
don't know.
like that?
Are they? That sounds
sworn.
awesome.
I could have sworn they were.
That would be cool.
Like I saw some night vision package deal. I was like, what?
Do they work, or is it just like a prop?
They said it works. It is functional.
That's awesome.
Like I vaguely remember about it. I haven't been following up too closely with it. Who's producing? Is it Treyarch that's producing it, or is it another studio?
I don't remember, Chau. I just played the game.
You don't give a fuck about anybody but yourself, don't you?
No. There's there are developers I care about.
Treyarch's not one of them.
Less and less nowadays. Like Bethesda used to be one of my favorites.
Yeah, until they shit all over your hopes and dreams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just kind of wondering, like, I mean, at least I'll give kudos to the guys who did develop the game, because from what I vaguely remember back in some of the interviews, they were saying like it's not a reinvention of anything. It's just taking about the best of each, of what made the franchise.
I could see that, I guess.
So it makes me okay. So the one thing I would say I'm looking forward to is the campaign mode, because the only reason why I would buy a Call of Duty is just because like the storylines were always driven, and you kind of easier to follow. Now, obviously, as of some of the previous installments have made me care less and less and less. Like what was it, Infinite Warfare? Like, we have Kevin Spacey. I don't give a fuck.
I enjoyed that one.
I didn't give a fuck.
Was that Infinite Warfare?
Yeah, it was Infinite Warfare.
Okay. Yeah, I liked that one.
Yeah, I didn't really care about it.
But I liked the zombies on that one.
Everybody likes the zombies. Even before that, what was it? Zombie mode didn't come around to Modern Warfare 3, did it?
I think it was before that.
Yeah.
I think it was before that, but I didn't play it before that.
Yeah, because I did.
Yeah.
And whatnot. It's like, but if I want to play like a Call of Duty zombie mode, I'll probably just like pay a little extra money, go over to zero latency, because that's like, at least I get a workout out of it.
Yeah, I guess so. But the one I'm thinking about that I liked was Advanced Warfare, not Infinite Warfare.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Advanced. Was it Advanced Warfare?
Advanced Warfare is the one I liked the zombies on.
There's too many
I know they had similar
Call
names. I don't think I bought Infinite Warfare because I think the reviews were so bad that I didn't even get it.
I just know that the franchise was kind of on a decline.
Yeah.
Just like slowly, just.
But I'm telling you, this is it. This is the comeback.
You think so?
This is it, man.
Okay.
I'm excited. I used to play Call of Duty, not in years. But dude, I had a blast. That's all I could say. I had a blast, and I want to do it more, but I can't because it's over.
Well,
but it comes out soon, so that's all I have to say about that.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon here, because what else we got going for next week? Oh, by the way, I also want to talk to you about because the other day I stopped by at Popeyes. This is like a full 180 on the conversation. I stopped by Popeyes to try the chicken sandwich. I think what we need to do, because they said they're out, and I'm thinking it's complete bullshit. We need to do like a little adventure podcast of just driving around.
I saw somebody post that they were bringing it back, but you had to bring your own bun. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I swear to God. It was the bring your own bun event. Chau, your phone. Every time.
Was that my phone?
It had to be your phone. Yes, my phone doesn't make sounds.
I don't have my phone on me.
Well, it came from like this general area.
Oh, that's probably my computer.
How is your computer making those sounds?
I don't fucking know.
Is it hooked up to your phone? Do you have an iPhone? You don't have an iPhone.
No.
But if you did, they have like, it's the same, like,
it's a Mac
ecosystem sort of a thing. Like you could read your text messages while you're like typing.
No, I can sync up my Android.
Your Android to your Mac?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can sync up a Mac to your PC.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Why?
For some pretentious dick bag of a tech boy who talks shit about
I am not pretentious. I'm just saying.
Who has an iPhone but talks shit about Mac and whatnot, and then but wants a PC. It's just, God, I can't figure you out. You know
I
what?
have logic and reason, Chau.
I don't know, man.
Once you figure that out, you'll figure me out.
You sound more like a woman. That was probably a sexist statement of me, wasn't it?
Chau.
Yeah, that was a sexist
I am
statement.
not that stupid. Oh, that was a good one.
I think that was. See, that was my phone.
Chau. Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, guys, if this is your first time checking us out, thanks for hanging out with us. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon for more updates. Please like and share. It definitely helps us out. I'm Chau checking out. I know you're still thinking about Call of Duty, but hey, we do need to get those chicken sandwiches from Popeyes.
I'm down.
It's been like dwelling in the back of